Have you ever found yourself wondering, why is my hair not growing? Why does my hair not look like this person's? Why is my hair not curling the way it's supposed to? I'm pouring so much money into it. I'm getting this product and that product and that product and nothing is clicking. Have you ever been there? Cause I've been there. I went through this journey of my life from as long as I can remember actually going through my hair. Even being little, I went through the phase of getting my natural hair permed. I went through the phase of the perm not working well because my hair was too thick for it and me still feeling like there was something wrong with me. There was still something wrong with my hair, and I went through a lot of phases like that. I had to go through the phase of transition, through the phase of not wanting to do the big chop because I cared so much about length and not enough about the health of my hair. And then eventually I ended up here. Every wash and go after wash and go after wash and go was a banger. I found the products. I understood porosity versus density. Before we jump in, hi, if you don't know me, my name is Latera Ware. I'm a multimedia content creator here across different forms of the internet, different mediums of the internet. And one of the things that I do, one of the things that I've always been passionate about is my hair. Natural hair creator. I've been a natural hair creator since the beginning, since before I even knew what being a natural hair creator was. And yes, through this journey, through growing here with you guys, through documenting every miserable mistake I've made, from color changes to trying products that don't work, to trying to make products fit when they just don't fit, right? I've gone through all these different phases here and I've come to a consensus. I am here to tell you guys the best tips and tricks that I have for you and the truth behind growing the healthiest head of hair that you will have this far in your life. If you like videos like this, if you like me, if you're new here, hello. If you're not new here, welcome back. But nonetheless, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to turn on your post notifications so you get notified when I post. Be a part of our village, be a part of our family. And if you want to stalk and stick around, all of my social media will be right here, as well as in the description below. I think it's just really crazy how you go through so much time in your life, like kind of hating yourself. That's kind of, it's awkward to say, but like that's the truth. That's the reality. You have to grow up and you have to understand like that's where you were at. With it being Women's Month, with it just passing Black History Month, I do have to say that being someone who is a woman, but an African American woman on top of that, I feel like I've always gone through this crazy struggle of just understanding my hair. And on top of that, I have very curly hair. So that also just encompasses anybody who has curly hair. If you're someone whose hair isn't straight, who didn't grow up with like the mainstream being like, I'm just gonna get a blowout, I'm just gonna get like curls put into my hair, it was kind of hard growing up. It was so much more about perception of the hair, like perception of how long your hair was, and no one really cared about the health of your hair. Over the course of time, you know, the girlies are still size queens a little bit, and I get that. Me, myself, I want the longest bust down length natural hair that I can get, but I will not trade that in for the health of my hair anymore. I want to say, first and foremost, this entire video is going to be about the routine. The routine is the biggest, the most important step in being a natural hair girly. And we too often get sucked into the thing about just the product, and everyone believes that like your hair is truly just about products. It's just about what deep conditioner you're using, what conditioner you're using, what shampoo you're using, whatever. And that's just not it all the time. Your hair is not solely the products you do. Your hair is your diet, your hair is your water intake, your hair is genetics, as well as products, right? So there are a bunch of other factors that play into the length of your hair solely. So in that, all you can do is to make a very consistent routine. The best way for you to grow your hair when there are several other things that you can't control is to control what you can control, and that is having a good, healthy hair routine. Healthy hair is going to be hair that grows. Healthy hair is going to be hair that flourishes, and a routine is the only way that I've found to do that. When I say routine, I am not saying to not have no products in your routine, right? Like, you guys know me as far as the next person. I have 1,010 products. I love trying new products. I love just going through and seeing what's gonna work with what and just experimenting, all that kind of stuff. Product lineup is a waste of money if it's not helping your hair. It's just money down the drain. It's just money that's like, okay. I just made this shaken iced caramel maple latte and I'm a little depleted, so coffee up. Oh yeah. It's not always just your product lineup. We get too focused on what products and thinking that you're gonna find this miracle grow product, but this is a tricky subject that we play in. And I'm saying this because I'm gonna do something in the future and I don't want you guys to call me a hypocrite. So let me say what I'm saying right now. Quicker hair growth in a way, right? Or there are products that can promote like healthier hair strands, which lead to faster hair growth. But at that same time, if you are not taking care of your hair just as fast as the hair is growing in, the hair will be coming out. So because of that, I think that you use products to help you develop a routine. I think that some people think that they swear by a pre-poo. Some people think that they swear by a deep conditioner. That is fine. Whatever you need to do routine-wise to make sure that you are promoting the healthiest hair possible, that is what is going to work. Routines are beneficial because they not only ensure that your hair is getting taken care of at every step and you're touching every corner of it, but it also kind of keeps you accountable. Once you develop a routine, it'll start to make you feel as if you're missing something if you are missing steps within this routine, maybe weekly, maybe monthly. For an example, I have to do some type of restorative treatment to my hair at least twice monthly because it is what's best for my hair. I go through a lot with my hair on a day-to-day. I style it quite often. I go to the gym. I sleep on it sometimes, all these types of things. And so because of that, I have to have these steps in my routines. The products that I use within these steps change however often they change, right? And that's not anything that's too important, but you also do want to make sure that you are getting products that aren't working against you. That's one of the benefits in having a routine. And one of the biggest benefits to having a healthy hair routine is it allows you to really track your progress. If you are doing the same things consistently, that definitely allows you to notice your hair growth, to see if your hair is falling out, to see if your hair is maybe feeling worse one week to another week. So talking about that routine, I told you guys I'm gonna tell you how to accomplish the healthiest hair possible. And so going through that, I'm gonna tell you guys about my routine. I am someone who washes my hair once weekly. I used to wash my hair twice a week, but I found that I was washing my hair twice a week to compensate for the lack of definition and the over amount of volume that I was getting because the styling products I was using were not super great for my hair. They didn't really give a lot of hold, as well as they were very drying over the next couple of days. And if you don't know, a little fun fact, a little tidbit here. If your hair is overly frizzing, that is because it is reaching for moisture in the air. And so a big reason that frizz happens is because the air is too moist outside, and so it's kind of like an osmosis situation where your hair wants to frizz out to like get that. So a big part of definition is literally moisture within your hair. Take that for what you will. When I'm washing my hair, I deep condition my hair at least once weekly, as well as I use a shampoo every other time I wash my hair. So I don't shampoo my hair every single week. I shampoo my hair twice a month. It's not super oily at all, if that makes sense. Like, my hair is not very greasy. It's it's moisturized, but not ever moisturized to an excess, if that makes sense. And so a part of that makes me sometimes feel like I am drying my scalp out and I can't produce the sebum and keep the sebum that it has in it. And so because of that, I only shampoo every other time I wash my hair. And then as far as conditioning, I condition pretty much weekly. I definitely condition weekly. Usually I condition my hair first, and I brush through or detangle my hair while I'm in the shower. I'm a firm believer of detangling your hair while you're in the shower as opposed to detangling your hair while you're outside of the shower, because it's a lot easier to detangle curly hair, especially while it is wet, and that will lead to your health of your hair improving, as well as you may see some length retention with this method instead of you ripping your hair out. I condition, and I use my conditioner as the slip for my detangling, and then after I have detangled all of my hair, I will wash out the conditioner, which is usually a cheaper conditioner, and then I will go in and I will deep condition so I can restore the nutrients back to my hair. The next part of my hair care routine always is to get out and to style my hair for the week. Usually I don't style my hair, meaning like add product to it throughout my week. It's usually the only product that I will add is a oil. One of my favorite oils to use is the Shea Moisture oil, the Shea Moisture Bond Repair oil. I use it in like every video. This is not sponsored at all. This is literally just one of my favorite products that I've come across. And so your stylers, as well as the method in which you style your hair, is going to be extremely important. I was someone for a very long time, especially going through my natural hair journey. I've been on this natural hair journey for, I want to say 10 years now, almost 9-10 years. And one of the biggest issues that I had in the very beginning is that I would always try and style my hair in a way that is not really conducive for me. So at first I was just kind of like putting the product through my hair and like doing one of these all the time, you know, and that was cool, but it wasn't giving me the definition that I wanted. It wasn't giving me the hair look that I wanted, and so because of that, it wasn't really working out too hot for me, honestly. And I wasn't seeing the curls last the way I wanted them to. I wasn't seeing a lot of stuff working out the way I wanted it to. And so because of that, I eventually just went into doing different things with my hair. Never be afraid to try something because it seems like it's too much work. One of my biggest successes in my natural hair now is finger coiling, and not for definition. I think a lot of people do this for definition purposes, but one of my biggest reasons to do this is because I am someone who chronically plays in my hair. I'm someone who chronically will like pull curls apart and stuff like that, and so if I finger coil, it allows me to have separation that allows me to touch my hair without actually overly harming it. I shouldn't be touching it, period, because I'm damaging it, I feel like, doing that. But if I am just running my hands through my hair all day, it is something, it's like separating my curls, and that is something that leads it to want more moisture because I'm literally grabbing it out. Finger coiling is something that I never wanted to do because I was always just like, oh my god, this is gonna take so much longer. It already takes me like 40 minutes to do my hair. And you know what? It does take longer, let me tell you. It takes me like an hour, 20 minutes now to do my hair, but that hour, 20 minutes I'm taking lets me keep my hair the way I want it for a week sometimes, in comparison to doing my hair every 3 days. So the method in which you do your hair, super important. And along with this, so are the stylers. I will always say this, always choose a styler that is good for your hair over something that's just going to give you a desired like look for the time. One of my biggest things with this is thinking about, do you guys remember like 3 years ago, maybe circa 2020, when the wet look was a thing, when people would use like 6.5 pounds of gel to slick their hair back all the way and give it that wet little like almost Jerry curlish but not like wave type look or whatever. And it wasn't ugly at all. It ate down. That is not good for your hair. That much gel in your hair, nobody can tell me that's that good for your hair. And at that was the Wetline Extreme Gel that was the hype at that time. So like, baby, that was not good for your hair. And I think that it's super important to find stylers that not only promote good health in your hair, but also do promote growth, do promote like enhancing definition, do promote the things that you want to see within your hair. If you ever want a gel recommendation, my favorite gel is the Do Bananas Extreme Gel. A discount code linked in the description if you guys want to get some products from there. The biggest part of this is making sure that when you are making your routine, you are doing things that just work for your hair. I think too often than not, we try and get into these things like, oh, I want to do something that works best for Latera's hair. I want to do something that works best for Candace's hair, for Alice's hair, for whoever's hair. And it's like, what works best for your hair? You need a routine that is going to work for you so your hair can thrive, so your hair can grow and flourish into this thing that you want it to grow and flourish into. And lastly, guys, the biggest part or the biggest step for me has been maintaining my hair, maintaining what I've done, maintaining the work. Think of your home as kind of like a house, and you have to do things to kind of keep it up, right? You have to clean your house, you have to wash the dishes, you have to make your bed, you have to take out the trash, like you have to wipe off the counters. So like you have to oil your hair, you have to oil the ends, give yourself those scalp massages, give yourself those hot oil treatments, put your bonnet on, put your scarf on, don't have your hair just flying out when it's overly windy and clipping the ends, you know. And that is the biggest step that I could tell you guys. Like when my hair was in this stage, it was literally because I wanted to just not take care of my hair. I wanted my hair to be the best thing I wanted my hair to be this thing that looked fucking phenomenal, but with no care. And you know what I mean? Like that just was not gonna happen. So because of that, you have to do the maintenance on your hair. You have to maintain it. You have to cut those ends, baby. You have to trim them so new things can grow within your hair for you. And these are the best tips that I have for you guys. I'm not gonna lie. Any products that you see in this video, these are the products that I use. These are products that I kind of swear by. I've been using. If I don't like something, I'm not going to tell you guys that I like it. But these are things that work for me. You have to go find things that work for you. I found community around me lately. I have met one of my good friends, Miss Marlena, if you're watching this, hey girl. But me and her very often talk about like different hair products and different like hair lines and stuff like that. And just like, hey, did this work for you? What was your experience with this? What is this for you and not for you? Because these things are important. You know what I mean? Like they're super important to find what works for your hair, because I don't believe you should put all of your value or nothing into your looks, but there is something about feeling great in your hair. And I have grown out of the phase of being more happy with the length of my hair compared to the health of my hair. I see girls now who have the most defined TWAs. They have the most defined little curly pixie cuts. And I see girls who have the most defined luscious like booty length hair, luscious mid-length hair. And you guys know what I just said? I see people, and the thing that's sticking out to me is the health of their hair. Strive to have curls that look healthy, that feel healthy, and that are healthy. You hear me? Are healthy. And that is something that I'm gonna preach. That's something that I want to promote a lot more, is that like you should want to have the best health possible in your hair, not just length but also health. And so I hope that this video is really helpful for some people out there who are starting their natural hair journey, who are on their natural hair journey. It takes time, right? Like it just takes time. You have to figure out what works for you. You have to figure out what's not for you, what is for you, but you will get there. Don't forget, it's all about routine. It's all about routine. It's all about routine. If you don't know how to start a routine, take my routine as just the skeleton and build onto it. A good healthy routine starts in the shower. A good shower routine, your stylers and your methods, and then maintenance. If you follow these 3 steps in creating a good routine, it's gonna take you far. I kind of swear by it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I swear by it. I will see you guys next week. Bye.